Hey everyone, Duane and Nadia. It's Duane, Food, Travel, and Fun. And I'm going to bring you along on a little adventure as we get our boat ready for this year. So as you know, we got a boat last summer. We got it after Labor Day. So we only got to use it at the very end. We didn't get to do a lot of the things we wanted to do. And that's what I'm doing now. It is, I believe, February 11th. And there's a lot of changes. And I'm going to walk you through it. So I'm not going to be in a lot of this video, but I'm going to show you what's going on. I'm going to flip this around and show you. I'm here in my garage. The boat, we put the cars outside. We got nice warm weather. And that's why I started this early. I planned on starting at the end of the month, but with the weather, I have to take advantage of it. It could get cold again. And then the boat, the garage isn't heated. So, and I don't want to heat it. I mean, I got electric heaters. I just don't want to use them. So let me show you where the boat's at right now. I took the seats off today and I replaced the starter inside the motor. It was slipping a lot last year. Very noisy, very annoying. So I replaced the starter today. But I'll show you what's up and I'll show you our up and coming, the thing we love so much. You'll see in a sec. Well, here she is, our baby. No seats. The old Tower of Power Merc, the old 115. This is a 6-cylinder motor. She's got one cylinder that's a little bit not as good compression as the rest, but she runs okay. You can see where the seats were, and I'm actually taking everything out. I'm gonna strip that front as well. We're gonna make all new cushions and back here. You can kind of see this area here. I'll come up on this little step. She has 2 batteries. We're adding a 3rd battery up front. There's 1 battery back there. The other's up front on the right. Well, you can't see it now. I took it out anyways. But as I come around, let me move this little box. You guys can kind of see. Yeah, I'm pulling all of this section out of the boat. I'm ripping all of that out. I'm going to have the battery is on the far side there. I'm putting a new battery right in this spot up front, and it's behind where the anchor line storage is. And on top of that, there she is. A nice new Minn Kota trolling motor. So I'm going to be mounting that up front, up here, hopefully right on this. I'm going to take that little spot for the what was like a flagpole or something silly there. Really, there's supposed to be a light, but you don't have the light. You use this thing here. This is your navigation light, but I'm replacing that as well. I'm going to put a nice one on there. That one's gotten quite corroded. But there she is. We took all the cushions out, everything. I am redoing all the seat cushions. I am ripping out the gulleys, which are storage along the sides beneath the rails. We really don't like the existing gully, especially on that side. You can see the material is actually, there's a lot of rot underneath, and we have all new material to replace all of that, and you're gonna see it as we go. And there it is. This is our boat, pretty stripped down, and we're gonna take you along the way as we put it back together. All right, guys, as you can see, I've kind of made this funny little platform pad, whatever you want to call it, that I've roughly fit to sit right there. And that is what's going to support the trolling motor. So this is just the rough start of it. I'm going to cover it in fiberglass and resin it up and probably put a bit of gel coating on there so it's white. It just kind of blends in a little better. But that will get secured to the boat itself, right where it's at. And the trolling motor is going to sit on top of there, and that will definitely make us, it'll save my back. I won't have to keep anchoring anymore, but there you go. So it's been a little bit of crafting to make this happen. I just got it tacked together right now with a couple of pin nails, nothing special. It'll all come apart. I'll glue it up, and there you go. You'll see it in a little while. So I've hit this with West Systems epoxy and some adhesive filler combined. I believe I'm using Cabasil. So there we go. That's sealing it up. All sides have been hit. It's hard to see in the bottom. You got a little sheen. You can see it there. She's sealing up. She'll be rock hard in the morning, and I will hit it with some actual. I'm going to put a layer of fiberglass on that tomorrow. All right, it's wet. I'm cheating slightly. A couple spots I don't like that want to lift up, that I want to stay down. Overall, it's nice and flat. I'm going to take that. That top surface is looking pretty good. I can't do anything more now. I have to just let this set. But there it is. Alright, so I have just cut back the loose cloth that I had taped down on this underside. And as you can see, I'm still going to come back and sand this down, and it's going to be, it'll get you a finished look. It'll be finished when I'm done. Same thing, I'm even going to sand this top side. As you can see, it's not perfect, but I'm going to do some filling. I'm going to do some sanding. I'm actually going to use probably micro balloons with West Systems epoxy. I'm not going to be using any type of a Bondo. There is Bondo underneath this cloth, but Bondo will take in water and cause problems just like wood. But since that's all sealed underneath the initial covering from the glass, that's not going to be an issue. The stuff will stay dry. But anything that I put now is going to be just under gel coat, and it has to be fully sealed. So there you go. That's where she's at. Yeah, I didn't go crazy trying to make perfect. I did decent. I made sure I actually took a brush, the brush I used, the resin, and pushed like right against here to hold that in so that when it dried, it stayed in fairly tight. But other than that, you know, there you go. My creation. Ooh, scary, but it's going to be great when it's done. All right, guys, so there's the access hole that I have made for this new. There we go. This is a big one, as you can see. Perfect. So that's how she goes. Screw that bad boy down. And that is for, you'll see, if you look here, you can see, this is a much bigger setup. And it's a bit more forward. It's right near where I'm going to sit, actually, and I'm going to put one on both sides. And we will have put three, one way back there. Actually, plus we have these here. They actually go in and they spin. But there you go. So you got 1, 2, and then one way up forward. That is going to be for when I'm trolling. That's a big one. So same thing, gonna do it on the other side. Get this in while, you know, gullies are being worked on, things are setting up. You know, it's just a little project, keep me going. But as you can see, you just basically angle it down, you keep working your way through, you take it out in chunks, and when you get to the bottom, you kind of cut your way through. This is, I like this tool, it's great. It's actually for working usually with sheetrock, for cutting through sheetrock, cutting outlet holes and stuff. So there you go. Works beautiful for this. So, see you soon. One quick note, when you're gel coating, do not skimp on the amount of gel you put on because it will not set up. You're creating chemical reactions, and if it's too thin, you will not see it set. So there you go. This is the first coat, and it is nice and heavy. As you can see, you really don't see through it. It should set up nicely. You have about 15 minutes of work time, and I'm going to check back shortly and see how it went. Boat needed a horn, so I had some scrap wood and some scrap aluminum, and there you go. Put together a bracket. This will mount up underneath this behind where the steering wheel is. So I'm going to run some wires and a little inline fuse for it. I got a button. There you go. We'll have a nice loud horn. These things are rated at 130 decibels, so should be loud. All right, well, the plate is mounted. There it is. The way this works, let's see if I can show you without getting my fingers in the way, is you pull this out, you free it up, and then it's connected to the trolling motor, and the whole thing lifts up. It's a quick release trolling motor. And yeah, I don't care that's still sealed with fiberglass, so I don't care that there's no gel coat there. The part you see is all gel coated. So, yep, that's it. You put this would be connected to the trolling motor. You slide this bad boy back in, and it's snug, but she goes. And that would be it right there. See, it's in place. You lock it with a padlock or that little pin, and done. And it is really secure. There's 4 bolts. You can kind of start seeing them. They go through, right through the hull. That's it. It's a permanent part of what we got going on here. I am thrilled. Well, I'm not too crazy. She's just resting up there, so I don't like to leave it for too long. But, yep, that is the setup. There you go. Couldn't ask for more.